theater in his house. And the community notes for this one read, it is visible in the camera lens that my private movie theater is not in fact his nor much private. It is a shared screening room within Brooklyn Point, doubles as a performance space, giving residents and their guests opportunity to showcase their talents. So this seems to be just like a public access room on a building, so not his and not like private. And we'll continue looking through a bunch of these, and this one is also quite funny. So
good morning, haters. I'm about to hop on my helicopter to board my private jet for a meeting in Los Angeles. Next thing y'all gonna tell me is I don't own my helicopter and that the pilot ain't my full-time employee, Sergio. Choose rich.
my full-time employee, Sergio. All right. So Nick is claiming
these people make up a lot of stuff. I've seen like they keep putting this YouTube commercials where people say they have all this stuff, and I just it sounds like a scam to me primarily.
yeah, that's why that's the gist of the crypto bro. If someone is serious, I would call them an investor, a trader, but this is clearly no spoilers, Tim. This is clearly a crypto bro operation. So Nick is claiming that this is his helipad. However, a quick look around Google Maps shows that this helipad is owned and operated by Manhattan Helicopters. And on the next video, Tim was exactly right. Let's take a listen. I thought, nah, never mind. All right. So here we have a rare case of double community notes. So we have the helipad claim, then he posted this video as response to that, and he got community noted again. Shortly after the video in the QT was posted, a helicopter owned by Charm Aviation, a tour operator, and which is the same model and color as the one Nick claimed was his, took off for a 20-minute round trip. It is likely that Nick was just on a sightseeing flight for tourists. So, Tim Bob, give yourself a little round of applause. You got it exactly right from the start. Drinking $85. Yeah, 1 second. Drinking $85 champagne on a rented helicopter is fire, though. Yeah, we can certainly agree. There's a lot of merit in doing that. But like claiming that you own the helipad and the helicopter, that's just weird, man. Isa, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. The thing I want to share is, have you seen like hip hop videos? Have you seen like trap music videos? Are you familiar with that kind of genre? Like as a DJ, you might be familiar with that.
Yeah, but I'm more on the electronic side. But yeah, I'm familiar with hip hop videos. I don't really do trap that much. But yeah.
In the trap videos, if you watch them, you'll see people with lots of money, lots of like these guns. Like it looks like there's kind of like they have wealth and they're in kind of disenfranchised neighborhoods, but these people have wealth. What's kind of revealed is a lot of that money is play money. It's not real money that these people even have on stage. The weapons are fake. The rappers aren't even wealthy themselves. So it's a whole fraudulent thing to look like they have wealth, sort of like our President Trump, our former President Trump, where it's this form of looking very wealthy, but not really being authentically wealthy, Because people want to be rich, I guess. I think you should be rich in character, not rich with money. But I think that people are just obsessed. There's this weird obsession, particularly in the United States, of looking like you're wealthy and you're really not. So.
Tim Bob says, pimping ain't easy, Isa. And Ashton, part of flashing your wealth is supposed to be, you know, people being envious or at least wanting to be in your position briefly. Nothing this nerd does makes his position seem cool. And we actually agree. I'm glad that you're all enjoying this as much as I am. So, helicopter, we've done that. And now, oh, check this one out.
Malibu surf session.
No,
Good morning, haters. I'm in my Lamborghini heading back from my Malibu surf session to my Bel Air mansion that the haters will say ain't real. Anyways, I got a lot to catch you up on, but for now, stay away from those haters and choose rich.
all right. One thing I noticed, you know how he has that gangster mannerism, like "Hey haters," and that doesn't suit you, dude. That doesn't suit you, my guy. You should stop doing that and just speak normally. All right. So community notes for this one. The vehicle in the video is not a Lamborghini, as Nick is claiming. Based on the reflections in the glasses at various parts in the video, it looks to be a 2021 Mazda CX-5, which is a really awesome car. And various sources verify this and they link the sources. So he's claiming to be in a Lamborghini. And the other thing I noticed is when he hits the gas at the very end and starts going, that doesn't sound like a Lamborghini at all, like whatsoever. So yeah, this is really, really, really weird. So again, more community notes came in, and the car seats can be visibly recognized to be a 2021 Mazda CX-5. Various sources below verify this. And it's amazing how he doesn't think that people will notice any of this. Like the suitcase in the back that Coffee Sila noticed, and there's a bunch of like car nerds all over the internet that if you make one of these claims, they will fact check you right there. And so far this has been quite funny. Now, this one is weird. So I'm pretty sure you are all familiar with this show. This is Taylor Tomlinson. And let's play that.
Rich people, we love to hate them because they're just so cool and good. It's not fair. Take ex-user and infamous crypto bro @allnick, who went viral over the weekend after posting this yacht selfie. This is who you're trading against. Yeah. Obviously, people online were ruthless. They posted things so mean that it hurts me to show you. So,
Oh my God.
panelists, please buzz in.
And now then they go to ask the rest of the audience that was there in the program to just imitate the face that Nick was doing. So that's why this video is no longer possible. And his post in response to this was my response to Taylor Tomlinson asking me out on a date.
Rich people, we love to hate them because they're just so cool and good. It's not fair. Take ex-user and infamous crypto bro @allnick, who went viral over the weekend after posting.
Last night, Taylor Tomlinson decided to go on national television to ask me out on a date. Well, Taylor, as much as you love for that to happen, you will not share in my Benoit in my LA mansion. You will not sip from this 300-year-old bottle of fine wine. And most importantly, you will not be going out on a date with this bachelor.
I mean, I'm at a disadvantage here. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I mean, listening to this person, this is the most appalling person I've ever seen in my life. Like when I see this person talking, I'm like, everything that he's espousing, I want to be the opposite of it. I want to be the opposite of this person. Like the social aptitude is just, it's really just, it's like tanking. It's like, it's just, plummeting down. Lord have mercy.
Tim Bob says it's called cocky denial.
It's so unimpressive.
And like, yeah, dude, like she was mocking you on television. I don't know how you can spin that in any way to say that she was asking you out or whatever it is that you thought. And the thing that caught my eye on this particular video is that this doesn't look like a 300-year-old bottle of wine, first of all. And he's drinking out of a martini glass. If you had any class, if you knew anything, you wouldn't be doing that. And one of the objections on the champagne video is like, dude, why are you drinking champagne out of a wine glass? So yeah, it's all inconsistent all around.
I mean, he's as funny as Steven Seagal on SNL.
Yeah. Keith Ricketts said, well, in my 52 years on the planet, I have to say seeing Isa Speechless ranks pretty high on my now I have seen it all list. Thank you, Keith. We love having you around. Robin Webster says hi. And also Robin Webster gifted One Matters Now membership. Thank you so much, Robin. Let me check who that landed on, and it landed on James Labelle. Cheers, Robin. Thank you so much for that. All right. This one doesn't have any community notes because it was just like stupid. And now, check this out.
What? You're telling me that your boy just bought a billboard on Sunset Boulevard using a little itty bitty amount of his Bitcoin? The haters are gonna love this one. Remember, choose rich.
All right, so you purchased the billboard. There's no mystic in that. There's nothing special about it. And I don't know, it doesn't really resonate with I don't know, it doesn't make it special in any way, really. I don't know what you think. Like, if you have the money, anyone can purchase a billboard.
It could be Photoshop too. Just saying, people can Photoshop
Yeah.
billboards also.
That too. And Tim Bob says, why didn't he buy Super Bowl ad time? That would be something. Just purchase 30 seconds of you just saying, what is it? Choose rich in the Super Bowl. That's when I would be impressed that you put some money in. And oh no, not this one. And Cassie's Corner says, I bet it's not real. Definitely possible. And this one doesn't have community notes, the one at the billboard, but people in the comments were saying specifically that, like, hey, anyone can purchase like a billboard. And I haven't been showing the comments. Literally anyone can get a billboard. That's the first comment. And he replies like, you sound like a hater. But then people get so mean that some of these comments, like, I cannot in good conscience show them because, but I think this catchphrase, choose rich and pull it up, I think those are going to catch on, like, really. Pull it up is awesome, honestly. And every time I get a chance to use it, I do. Cringe enough to be memeable. And we have Hannah over there in the chat. Hello, Hannah. Good to have you with us. But yeah,
we live.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the United States. This is where this guy's from, and
Yeah.
Canada. Most folks are Christian. They identify as being Christian. This pursuit of wealth and stuff does not seem to be a Christian trait. So I mean, it's very weird. It's weird, like hypocrisy, where people are saying, "I'm Christian, but I'm obsessed with getting wealth and money." I'm like, didn't Jesus teach you not to be obsessed with money? I mean, it just seems a little bit bizarre to me, to be honest.
Yeah, there was one of the videos I seen, I don't remember which one, that he was saying that he was praying, so he might be Christian adjacent. Which, yeah, it is funny that this pursuit of wealth and kind of showing off, that's one of the least Christian things I can think of.
Exactly.
Um, no, Cassie, he hasn't said it, but it is a fair assumption. And I remember in one that he was, there was one of these posts he made that I'm trying to find it. That he made a post saying like he was praying or something like that. So I don't know. It's but it's always a fair assumption. It doesn't really matter, you know. I don't feel that bad about making that assumption. In the US, it's a fair assumption to make. I wish we could have.
Exactly. That's my point. I think it's a very fair assumption. And that's my
Yeah.
problem. I find it to be extremely hypocrisy.
I'm trying to find the one that he says he's going to. Let me see. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. This one. Damn it. Damn. Oh, yeah. No, not this. This is unshowable. Well, I'll just tell it over to you. So he claims he's like going to like a $5,000 tea service, and people posted on the community notes that that place that is called Baccarat has no $5,000 tea service. So like it is a high-end place he was going to, but it wasn't what he claimed. And this seems to be like the gist of all of this, like him making claims and people debunking him. So I had quite a lot of fun, and I even registered at Twitter so that I could show you a bunch of this stuff in order to bring you like a Sunday show. Let me what's all things Christians are not religious. A person can be culturally religious or follow the holidays. Some even believe in prosperity doctrine, aka God gives stuff to good people. Complicated. We agree, but on a more fundamental level, this indiscriminate pursuit of wealth, that is in itself very antithetical to the Christian view. And I'm really glad that Isa brought this up. Shoot, I want to find the one about the tea. Why do I suck at this so much? I know, because it's an impromptu thing. I shouldn't do this stuff anymore, but you know, I find it funny and wanted to do something for this lovely Sunday. And today it's St. Patrick's Day. And Kathy, yeah, I think the bottom line is that this guy is acting very Christian-like. And while I was scouring the comments, some people were saying that it's okay to be rich. We don't have a problem with that, but maybe you shouldn't be flaunting your wealth. Maybe you should be trying to help some other people. And some of the other things I've been reading is that after this guy noticed that people were doing that to his community notes, that in a sense he started exploiting that feature, meaning that he was making some of these things on purpose so that people would put on the community notes and kind of feed off the controversy, which that's pretty low to me, if you ask me. But then again, I'm just some guy, you know. We make videos here, and And I don't know, it's wild. It's really, really wild.
And I agree with you. I
And
think it. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to share to piggyback what you were saying. I think it's really wild to be flaunting wealth, and it's interesting that I see people who are secular humanists and atheists who seem to care about the well-being of their fellow human more than a lot of these people who calling themselves religious. People saying I believe in God, and what they're doing is that they will exploit people for money and show how wealthy they are. And you see people who are not religious and don't believe in God, and they seem to be more aligned with religious, what what I would say is the heart of these religious doctrines more than the religious people. And I find that to be quite interesting and kind of very sad that for a lot of these religious folks.
Yeah, it is. It does seem like extremely weird that to be doing something like this. And um, let's let me pause this. I can't find the one I wanted to share about the freaking tea, but I think everyone got the gist. And now we'll go into a little bit more, something a little bit more serious for a second, for just for a second. Cassie's Corner asks, so if Crypto Bros isn't the way to go, what's a better plan for financial freedom? All right, so we need to take this with a pinch of salt. Everyone's path to something like financial freedom or independence would be different. It depends on your capabilities, your possibilities, your set of skills. So there's many ways. Someone who can help you get educated into trading, that would be a good idea. But that person would not be Nick. That person would be someone who does trading, does courses, and it gets really murky because a lot of the people who can actually teach you, are doing these same things. So the Crypto Bro is a concept for a reason. It's because these people, the way they do, they make their wealth is by doing this specific thing, and that's what people get attracted to. But I would suggest if you're looking for someone to trade you, to teach you trading, that you go the route of looking for someone who focuses on the educational aspect of it and not the flaunting wealth aspect of it. I don't know if that makes sense. Any thoughts on that, Isa?
Yeah, I think that when you're doing these types of things, you should probably be trained in what you're doing. And I think a lot of the time, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. My mother's family, I think both of my sides of my family were pretty wealthy through doing kind of like real estate stuff, and particularly my mom's family was able to be pretty successful in the United States by selling goods, selling property, and building property. But you need to have networking. It's not. There's no such thing as a get quick rich scheme. You have to have good networking. You have to do a lot for business. And I've been in business a lot of my life because my mom has we have a business, so we do business. And it's a lot of work. It's hard work. It's not just some simple thing where you can just get rich quick. And I think this is a gimmick because people are struggling, they're suffering, and what happens is they get exploited. They get exploited by these people. I find people like this to be criminals, to be very frank with you. I think this guy is a criminal. What he's doing is disgusting and grotesque. He's exploiting people. He's exploiting people's fear. And what he does is he's like, look how rich and wealthy I am. You can be like me. Every time I see that YouTube thing pop up when I watch a video, I skip it. I don't want to hear it because I find it to be exploitation and I don't trust it. I'm like, if you're so rich, why do you need to advertise to me? What good is a poor boy like me for you? Or any of these people? It sounds like you're trying to exploit people, and you're like, I'm going to sell you a book, and I'll sell you some PDF that will make you wealthy forever. And I'm like, why would you be so willing to give this out? And also, there's another thing. There would be like an inflation. It's really wealthy, and everybody has money. then the value of money goes down. So not everybody can be rich. So I'm like, there's something very problematic and grotesque about it.
Yeah, it shows some of the deeper problems in the way society has organized the economic system, and it really shows the wealth inequality and a little bit of the problems with crypto, that you're with this type of volatile coins. Maybe you make money one day, but maybe it's gone the next day. And if you didn't convert your coins before they rug pull under you, then you lost everything. And many people have been burned by this whole crypto thing in the past, and particularly in NFTs. NFTs during the pandemic were huge, and now if you go if you go and check the numbers of the NFTs being traded, you can't really see it. It has gone down so low for NFTs in particular that it's really looking more and more like fertile ground for scammers, for all kinds of criminals. We've had some really high-profile cases with trading platforms that have stolen a lot of money from people. So it gets really murky. Hannah Anderson says, lol, I highly doubt that he's a wealth guru or has wealth he's flaunting with fakery. Yeah, we agree. He may be above average, but like really rich people don't care that other people recognize they're rich. They just go about their business, and that's pretty much the end of it. And David said, Max is saying, avoid the Andrew Tates in the scene. Exactly. And Cassie's Corner, I'd imagine the best way to do that is to, 1, get out of debt. Yes. 2, save. Yes. And 3, get a return on your savings by investing, etc. Yeah, but that makes sense. And that is pretty much what people have done all throughout since we have money. You try to save, you try to buy something like a business, or buy a product, or buy a service, like make your money work for you. But that's a lot of work, and that takes a lot of risk. What these guys are proposing is that, oh, if you do what I tell you to, then you'll be rich and no effort. That's just not how the world works. And yeah, my suggestion, if you would ask me, I have no idea, but if you would ask me, then find something that you like doing, that you're passionate about, and go into that. Like, make a business, sell a product, manufacture something. I don't know. There's a bunch of ways, and that's why I said in the beginning, it will depend on your skills, on your capabilities, on your possibilities. Because if you live in, let's say, a poor neighborhood, you're not going to make any money by setting up a high-level, high-cost detailing, car detailing business. That's not how that works. You need to be aware of where you are in your surroundings, in your society, in your neighborhood. It's a lot, and as Isa has been saying, keeping a business, it's hard, and you need to plan a lot ahead, and you need to plan for the good times, you need to plan for the bad times, and hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's one of the things I say, and a lot of people say. That's not a phrase of mine. Hannah has shared one other thing that I haven't seen, but I trust Hannah, and I think that wait, let me just validate it. Hannah, do you think we can show this this TikTok link that you sent about the guy that does dating coaching? Do you think it's shareable in public? Give me a yes or no, because I have it lined up here, and if you say yes, then we will absolutely show it. Anything you want to say while we give it a second for Hannah to reply?
Yeah, I find that it's a kind of a scam operation. The whole thing is a scam operation because they are promising you the whole world. It's the same thing as prosperity gospel. They're promising you the world and everything it contains. But then once you go through, you're going to get nothing. You're going to be left empty, hollow, and just sad. And then what happens is it's sort of like gambling. You just like, I want to go to the next fix. And it's really unhealthy. And I think these people are the preachers of doom. They're the preachers of human doom. And I think that's the problem. You know, that they keep preaching to us that they're going to give us everything and they're going to give us nothing. So we shouldn't listen to them at all.
All right, so I got the go ahead from Hannah, and we're going to share this one, see what it's all about. Right? Volume.
You do not have to accept her rejection. I'm a professional dating coach and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Now, if you're one of the people that haven't applied anything in my course or my videos or anything like that, this video is not for you. This is an advanced technique. This is for the people that have the course, have my videos, fucking are applying it, seeing results. And eventually I'm going to put this in the course. I just don't have the time right now, so I'm releasing it now. You don't have to accept her rejection. Now, here's an example. I was talking to a girl and she said, oh, I'm not really interested. And I, instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. Absolutely the best. And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over in my house to find out. And you'd also have to be okay with kink, and you'd also have to be okay with my mastering the ropes and the fact I have multiple women. And actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best for me. And now I did turn it around at the end, but I could have left that part out and still got her to start bantering back and forth, and she did. She started going back and forth with me, and I started building attraction in that because now I had sidestepped her fucking rejection. Granted, keep in mind, I didn't force it. I didn't say, no, you're gonna. I just played into her little fucking game. I knew she was playing with me a little bit or just kind of disengaging, and I gave her a little bit of fun. You want to know what I did with her later?
No, we don't want to know what you did because that's probably a lie. Oh my dog. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this, Hannah. That was
No, we don't want to know what you did later. And that's creepy. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little conservative in this, but like if I have a relationship with someone, I'm not sharing the business that I have with that about what I did with that person to everyone else. Maybe sometimes people might share their story if they feel comfortable with people that they know. Like, I understand that, but like I wouldn't want to share all the details of my intimate relationships just out on the internet. Like, this person really has no like class or character. I'm sorry, that's just the way I view it. I'm like, this is, people have a little class about their relationships that they have with people, I think.
Yeah, I think Human Girl agrees with you, and we got a bunch of messages from everyone, but I'm a bit different than you.
Oh,
I'm
I
a bit
hear you.
different. And even to me, that I've called myself a degenerate when Witted was insulting people and calling people degenerates. I just said, hey, Witted, that's not cool. You shouldn't insult people. You don't know what they do in their life. I am an actual degenerate. And like that eased off the whole situation. I mean, it's not that bad, but that I kind of use it as a tool to diffuse that whole situation, and it worked. But I'm more I'm more open. I'm willing to talk about my experiences in general. I don't really have a problem with that in that sense. Isa and I are like opposed, but even to me, this is cringe. My first thought was like, no. And these dating coaches, it's like there's no secret to dating. Like that doesn't work. That doesn't work. If she's not interested in you, she's not interested. There's nothing you can do. And it goes both ways. Also, if you're a woman trying to get in touch, like talk to a man, and he's not interested, there's nothing you can say that will make them interested. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think that you can somehow gain the other person, play some mind tricks, and do some woohoo magic so that they get attracted to you, and that just doesn't work. Yeah, and also if they don't like you, why would you want to engage in something else? It's like it's so weird, so weird. Let's go over a few of the message. Tim Bob, poor guy. uh Leodus Chiron, automatic conman, agreed. Dora NKU says for incel only. He's saying no doesn't mean no. Terrible. Exactly.
These are all like James Bond titles. I love them. These are James
Yeah.
Bond titles. The incel James Bond, like the opposite Bond. You know, like Bond has all this swag and he's able to get all the ladies to like him. He's the anti-James Bond.
Hannah Anderson, this guy's passing him. I'm sorry, this one. She was just explaining the video. David says, "Oh boy, it sounds like this is great advice for ending up in jail for assault." Yes. Tim Bob says, "But is he a flat earther? Probably." Look at that, those hands. Yes, he has a spider hand syndrome, like John Oliver. I can't say anything because when I speak, I look like I'm a flamingo on Ritalin. Say something else while I look up some of these messages, because I got distracted and I got backtracked a little bit. I'm going to find everyone is being awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here today. Isa, give us some thoughts.
I'd love to. Well, thank you for hosting, and I'm glad to be here as always. I agree with the audience primarily. I love what the audience is saying. I'm so glad to be here with the audience. I definitely think that these kinds of videos, it's conning. I don't like the flaunting of stuff. Like it just makes me kind of feel sick, and it feels like cringe. And it's like these people really don't care about other people. It's like they're almost like androids or cyborg robotic beings that kind of look and operate sort of like a human. And a lot of like Instagram, what do they call that? Those like people, influencers. They come out and they just look like they're people, but it's a completely fabricated image to get people to be invested, and it's not realistic. It's completely fabricated. And that's kind of what I feel about all of this, because it's all the same thing. If you watch all of the YouTube video, wherever you see this guy who's like, you have this diet, you'll become thin right now. Look how jacked I am. Every single video like this, you know it's a scam. They always say the same thing. They're not unique. And they're like, you got to get my thing right now because it's limited. And it's only to the audience for this moment in time. And you have 5 minutes to get it. And if you don't click it now, you're going to lose everything forever. And I'm like, wow, it's the same gimmick. They have the same talking points. They're all the same. And that's what you can tell. And you'll see the guy, they'll come with their camera and they're like, looks like that they're, doing like a selfie video, and they're going around and like, look how real I am. Look how real I am. I'm like, you're not real. You're not real. You're fraudulent. You're problematic, and you're exploiting people. Whatever this product is, it's not you as a person. It's a machine that's working together to exploit people. And I'm 100% against exploitation. So that's where I stand.
Yeah. It's really cringy. I got a couple of more messages from the audience that I thought are really cool. Leodus Chiron says, I'm not king shaming, but conman shaming. We can certainly agree. And what you said is pretty cool. Finding that the audience feels the same way we do about this, like very deep issues, because this is important. Like these people are preying on other people in society. So it's important to expose these kinds of things. And the video we did about Hannah Barone, yesterday or Friday, I don't even remember. It's so much content. It starts to get fuzzy. But yeah, I think it's important to address these issues, and we can address it. We can have fun. We can laugh about it. But the underlying message is always there. And I know that I take it a little bit to the humor side maybe just a little bit too much, but that's how I deal with stuff. And I don't think there's a problem with addressing some of these issues with humor. Hannah says his videos are outrageous. The advice is like this. Says he only dates 8s and 9s, and he wasn't that good looking. Like, there's way handsomer men everywhere. David said they treat women as if they're just an object, as if they're property. So disgusting. Certainly agree. Give yourself a high five. Dora Niku says Agent 000. Yes, Dora, that was awesome. Hannah strikes again. He claims to have 6 girls he's in relationships at the same time. And Hannah clarifies the whole thing about the hands. Oh no, his hands have never seen a day of work. Okay, but my hands are like that too. My hands are soft because I've been working in the computer for 15 years. So I don't know. I thought you meant like the whole spider thing. But that's just me making a silly joke. And then we have another. Also, he's teaching people to be jerks. Yep, Freedom House 1984. Thank you for being here with us. Hannah shared another link. But I think we're done. We're done for the day. I just wanted to hop on, have a little video, have you around, hang out this Sunday, this lovely Sunday. Any final thoughts before we go?
Thank you. I actually did. I wanted to comment on the 8 or 9 thing. I think it's another disgusting thing that you're objectifying your partner. What is an 8 or a 9? I have no idea what that means. It's completely subjective what you find attractive. There isn't some standard of what is attractive. So I find that to be gross too. And I'm like, why are you objecting your partners? And I think it's actually really interesting too, because someone commented, I think maybe it was Hannah, they said he had 6 partners. And I said, that's funny. If they saw this video, since you're so public about it, you're going to have 0 partners. So, that's not going to happen. I find the whole situation so unappealing to me. It's so unattractive. It's so unappealing. Everything this person says, I want to just be the opposite of it.
Yeah.
Whoever this person is, I want to be in the other direction, because it doesn't seem like a cool person to be around. It seems like very self-centered, narcissistic, unrealistic, and just really painful. It was painful to watch all of these guys. Really painful.
Yeah.
And I feel
Hannah said that the video she sent just now was about a response to that video we saw. So we'll take a look at that and see what some other people have to say about this. So give me just a second, and then I'll let you wrap up your final message, and then we can be on our way. Sorry to cut you off, but let's do it.
Her rejection.
Huh. Are you fucked? That's an odd start. Let's see where it goes.
I'm a professional dating coach, and I teach guys how to understand the female mind.
Professional seems crazy. Dating seems unlikely. And coach, I wouldn't trust you with your best looking cousin, let alone a T-ball team. But I digress.
Here's an example. I was talking to a girl,
Unlikely. Sorry, keep going.
and she said, I'm not really interested.
Oh, that makes more
And
sense.
I, instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best.
At what? Knots? I don't know what your name is, but for the sake of the video, we're just going to call you Silas.
And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over in my house to find out.
Don't go, bitch. You already know how to put the lotion on the skin.
I just played into her little fucking game.
Yeah, a woman's no is never won game of the year because it's not a game, you dork.
You want to know what I did with her later?
Wore her skin, I'd imagine. And there's no more seconds after that. That's how he decided at the end of the video. So that guy can get fucked. I don't even want to do a merch plug. Fuck it. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Oh my God, that joke about you wore her skin.
it's Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs. It's totally Silence of the Lambs, and it's so creepy. These dudes are creepy. Like, they're really, really creepy. Oh my god! You know, I wanted to talk
I'm
about being.
sorry, I'm going to mute myself and keep laughing. You continue finish your message because I'm so tempted.
So I'm a coach. See, I'm a Special Olympics coach. I do Special Olympics basketball. I'm a real coach. You know what a real coach does is that you go out and you do the work, and you don't go and praise yourself over and over again. You go and like for me, I coach kids with special needs, and it's an amazing experience. I actually went 2 hours earlier this morning. I drove all the way out to go do coaching of these amazing kids, and then I drove 2.5 hours, so 5 hour trip, because that had value to me. I don't need to hustle people. I don't need to do any of that kind of stuff. And I think when people are hustling themselves, it's just disgusting. And I'm really glad that that man did a response to challenge this thing. This is a bad thing for men like Max and I. We're not like this, and we're not interested in this. And also, it's very bad advice. No woman is going to listen to any of this rubbish. This is like the greatest turnoff for women. You know what I mean? Like, you have like aphrodisiacs. This is the anti-aphrodisiac. This is the thing that, if someone is to be aroused, it makes them the opposite of being aroused. They're just completely
Yeah.
like mute, and they're just like, okay, honey, you need to go home. I've lost complete attraction. It's a repellent. This is a repellent. So there you go.
I want to thank Hannah for sharing both of his videos. They were awesome. Like, seriously, Hannah and I have a very adjacent sense of humor. So I appreciate when she sends stuff like this. She sent me a little bit of a stand-up routine the other day from a guy. It was, yeah, it was great. Hannah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your sense of humor. Isa, your messages were on point, and even when you and I, you're more conservative, I'm more of liberal in the relationship sense, not liberal in the political sense. And the fact that we can both agree that this is disgusting, that makes me really appreciate that we can be different but still have the same approach when regarding a situation. Cassie's Corner says, "Oh man, Isa, that's so cool, awesome, yeah." And I said, "Isa is the best." And I have to be honest. Like, Isa makes me want to be a better person than I am, even though I consider myself like that. I'm pretty good. I'm not that bad, but yeah, Isa makes me want to strive to be better. But yeah, it's this show has been awesome. Um, Hannah says, "You're welcome, Max. I knew you would laugh." Yeah, yeah. You have dialed down my sense of humor pretty well. So, all right, I think we have fulfilled the mission of this video, which was just hanging around, having a laugh. Let me do some light housekeeping, and we can be on our way with a smile on our face. Yesterday, we had pre-show and after-show debate on MDD. You have like 6 hours of content if you watch the pre-show, the debate, and the after-show. Earlier today, I was over at Flatzoid's channel. We had an interesting conversation about gravity. They were reviewing. It was interesting. They were reviewing our after show on their channel, so it's sort of like a review-ception, and maybe we can review their review of our review and keep it going to infinity. So yeah, but I went over there. They treated me very nicely. It's I mentioned at the beginning that when you go and you're understanding to people, you're not confrontational, you just give your points. They did that change of tune within the show. As soon as I got in, they kind of started mimicking my way of dealing with things, which is being respectful, being speaking nicely, not attacking the other person. And it was a radical change from the moment I joined the stream. So Flatzoid, thank you so much for having me. I know he subscribed to Matters Now, so maybe he can catch this in the future. So if you do, thank you. It was pretty fun. And so we still don't have anything scheduled for the week, but Oz will probably do his scheduling for his weekly shows, his daily shows, I'm sorry, sometime soon. And on Wednesday, we have Tell Me That Story. We're talking about dragons across different civilizations, and that one is also going to be a really good show. I have a nice chat prepared. And we want to thank everyone for joining us today. I hope we stole a little smile from you today. Isa, thank you for joining. I hope I thought I was going to have to do the show alone, but it's always a pleasure when you come on board. We can be serious. We can have laughs. You are a truly awesome guy, Isa. Thank you so much. Everyone else, thank you, and we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for being here. So like, share, subscribe, do all the internet things over there and over there. And you know, it's you're already familiar with it. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you on the next stream.